Hi everybody, welcome to the Yoga Studies Institute. I'm Tania, and today we're going to be practicing an all-level 60-minute Meridian yoga sequence. And we do this by immersing ourselves in Abhyasa. We will do a vinyasa flow with a Meridian activation in the beginning, along by holding some acupressure points during the sequence to get the benefits of both. Before we get started, we're going to set the intention for the class. Today, we're working on practice, and we do this by immersing ourselves in Abhyasa. Abhyasa is the constant practice of being there. But being there, what does that mean? It means constantly practicing what Master Patanjali advises us in verse 2 of the Yoga Sutras, stopping how the mind turns things around. Remember, this is a Pen idea, that things come from our seeds and not from outside of us self-existently coming at us. So when we strive to constantly practice where our world is really coming from, then we will achieve the ultimate result, which is perceiving the true nature of reality directly. And of course, to achieve this mighty goal, it requires constant practice. So let's start today by keeping what Master Patanjali advises us in the Yoga Sutras, chapter 1, verse 12, 13, and 14. Stopping, it requires constant practice and giving up your attachments. Constant practice means striving to be there. And lastly, you must cultivate your practice over an extended period of time. It must be steady, without gaps, and it must be done correctly. For then a firm foundation is laid. Said in Sanskrit is this way: Abhyasa vairagyabhyam tan nirodha tatra shti tau yatno vyasa satudirga kala nairantarya satkara asevito dirda bhumi. So let's go ahead and put it into practice. Take a seat. Sit up tall, close your eyes, and take a deep breath in and out through the nose. As you start to settle into the breath, just call to mind what it means to you to have this firm foundation of practice. See yourself laying it out long-term, steady, and without gaps. And dedicate this practice to all other beings who don't have an opportunity to even experience yoga daily. And that by you keeping to your practice, you're supporting others just by having that wish alone. So let's start with an Om. Bring your hands together in front of the heart. Exhale, let out. Inhale in. That we may have a beautiful and powerful practice together today. Okay, so let's go ahead, come into tabletop, and we're gonna start by warming up the spine. So you're gonna spread your fingers, tops of the feet down, neutral spine, and gaze between your hands. Exhale, there out. Start inhaling, drop the belly, send the tailbone up, look up. Exhale, round out your back, pull the navel in towards your spine into cat. Inhaling again, coming into cow, even lengthen the front of the throat. Exhaling again, rounding out even more. Now keep going at your own pace just for a few more rounds and see if you can lower your eyes a little bit and just really focus your attention on your spine. Notice any areas that maybe feel tight or stuck, and actively press your mind on the exhale as you allow your muscles to start to relax because you're leaning into your breath. In that way, our body takes it as a cue that it's okay to relax, to soften, and that makes our yoga practice better. Okay, good. Slowly return back to center. Now tuck your toes under and lift your seat and come into a downward facing dog. Try to press the floor away. Breathe all the way down to the bottom of your lungs, in and out. And now let's bring a little bit more movement by pedaling out the feet, raising one heel off the floor and then the other. This starts to warm up the front of our hip flexors, the knees, the ankle joints, and even the toes. Okay, good. And then slowly you're gonna release both heels back down, bend the knees a little bit more. And now you're gonna start slowly catwalking your hands until you reach your feet. Let your knees bend a lot, so much you can rest your chest on your thighs, and then grab opposite elbows. Allow the back of the head to hang loose. If you want, you can gently sway a little bit from one side to the other, very gently. Make sure you're sending your breath all the way down to the bottom of your lungs and out. Good, then slowly let your arms hang like a ragged doll. Press your feet down even more and slowly start inhaling as you roll up. Imagine you're stacking each vertebra on top of the other. The head is always the last thing to come up. Roll your shoulders back and down your spine. And just sit still for a moment. Stand still for a moment in Tadasana. Good. Slowly open the eyes if you have them closed. And now step to the front of your mat. So we're going to do 4 rounds of Surya Namaskara. So start by bringing together your hands in front of the heart, pressing your thumbs against the sternum. Remember your motivation to practice yoga today. And add to that this movement of thinking about having our practice be steady and long, practicing abhyasa. Okay, slowly inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, bend the knees, fold over your legs. Slowly step back into a high plank. And now exhale, lower your knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward into a baby cobra. Press the tops of the feet down. Roll your shoulders away from the ears. Look up. Exhale, tuck your toes under. Bring your seat towards your heels. And then lift your hips up towards the ceiling into a downward facing dog. Deep breath in and out. Now look over at your hands. Step the right foot followed by the left, feet between the hands. Inhale halfway, lengthen your back, hands on your shins. Exhale, drape over your legs. Now inhale slowly, rise, bring your arms out and up. Bring your hands together, exhale, fold over your legs again, hands down. Step back again into a high plank. Again, lower knees, chest, chin, Ashtanga Namaskara. Inhale into Bhujangasana, look up. Exhale, return to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Follow the breath all the way in and out. Good, look over at your hands, step the left foot followed by the right, feet between the hands. Inhale halfway again, lengthen your back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, arms out and up. Close your hands together. Exhale, return to Tadasana. Okay, 2 more rounds. This time, Chaturanga, then upward facing dog, or you can stay with knees, chest, chin, cobra. Okay, hands together in front of the heart. Take a breath in and out, and begin. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Now bend the knees. Step or hop back, plank, chest over thumbs, lower down into Chaturanga. Inhale into an upward dog, tops of the feet down, thighs off the floor. Press the chest forward, look up. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your seat. Return to downward dog. Now look at your hands, bend the knees, step or hop, feet between the hands. Inhale halfway again, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. arms out and up. Exhale, fold over your legs again for the last time. Step or hop. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward dog. Deep breath in and out. Bend the knees, step or hop. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, arms out and up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Release your hands once again. Try to root down through the feet and press your tailbone down towards the mat. Okay, now we're gonna do the meridian activation for the bladder and the kidney. So we're gonna start by bending the knees a lot and reach for your pinky toes. Press them with your index and thumb finger. And now you're gonna start tapping the very edges of your feet. And then travel towards the backs of your heels, make fists, and start tapping the backs of your Achilles tendon. Start rising slowly towards the backs of your calves. Release your hands at the backs of your knees and start traveling the backs of your legs. Then come towards your glutes. And then try to find the center of your sacrum bone. Use your fist. This is where your sciatic nerve comes out. So just spend some time here releasing this area. And then travel towards your lower back, sides of your spine, and as high up as you can go to your lower middle back. Okay, then you're gonna switch hand positions and tap the backs of your shoulder blades. And then you're gonna go towards the back of your neck and travel up the sides of your cervical spine. And then go right below your skull. This is a really important point called bladder 10 that helps to release excess yang energy that's rising. Okay, now travel the back of the head towards the top. And then use your fingers to come towards your forehead. And then press the inner corners of your eyes. Okay, this is towards the first point, bladder 1 of the bladder pathway. Okay, now we're gonna work our way back. So tap your forehead, crown of the head, travel towards the back of your skull. Again, underneath the base of your head, sides of your neck, the back sides of your neck, then your upper shoulders. Swing your arms, use your fists, try to go as high as you can. And then behind your kidneys. And then towards your sacrum, your glutes, travel towards the backs of your legs, knees. Use your fist again towards the backs of your calves. And then squeeze your pinky toe. Okay, let's do the kidney one now. So tap the very insides of your feet. Travel towards the inner sides of your legs, sides of your knees, inner thighs. And then contract your abdominals and use your fist and try to go as close as you can. And then you're gonna go all the way up towards your ribs and then above your chest and end right below your collarbone towards the medial line. Okay, now let's travel back using fists. Contract your core. Go towards the inner sides of your pubic bone. The very backs of your medial legs, lower legs, ankles, and towards your big toe. And then inhale, come up. Maybe lower your eyes, take a breath in and out, and notice the sensation, maybe some tingling. And this is just kind of waking up the energy along these channels in the body. Okay, let's keep going. Hands in front of the heart. Deep breath in and out. And begin. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Stay here in Uttanasana. Reach for the backs of your heels. Now look at your toes and lean a little bit forward towards the balls of your feet.
Now you want to bend the knees a lot till your chest and thighs are together. Let the head hang and then slowly lift your seat up towards the ceiling. But try not to lose contact, chest and thighs together. Then reach for the backs of your ankles. This is the first two acupressure points. We're actually at the backs of the two channels. On the lateral side, we're pressing bladder 62, and on the inside, kidney 3. And they both help to release tension along the whole backside of the body, as well as activate the pathway. So just stay here 3 more breaths. Try to relax your face, your jaw. Take 1 more breath here. And now slowly bend the knees, hands down. Step or hop back, high plank. Again, chaturanga, lower down halfway. Inhale into cobra or upward facing dog. And then exhale, return to downward facing dog. Keep your hands where they are. Just adjust your feet, hip distance apart. Look at your feet. Lengthen your back. Roll your shoulders away from the center and down towards the mat. We're going to stay here for 4 more breaths. Keep trying to let your arms and hands, legs and feet stay active. And notice your breath is traveling all the way down to the bottom of your lungs. Try to stay with it. Okay, 1 more. Okay, now we're going to start with warrior 1 on the right side. So inhale, send the right foot up into a 3-legged dog. Exhale, step the foot between the hands, back foot 45 degrees. Slowly keep your knee over your ankle as you reach arms out and up overhead by the sides of your ears. Try to press through the back heel and try to close your bottom ribs in. Try to keep your gaze soft. Maybe even try to smile. Take 1 more breath here. Reach up, grow a little taller as you firm down through your feet. And then slowly exhale, bring your hands down, and we're gonna prepare for a pyramid. So what you're gonna do is bend the front knee, shift your weight forward, and step your back foot in. Now your heel should be aligned, and there should still be a big wide space between your feet. Now you're gonna inhale, come up halfway. And on the exhale, you're gonna slowly pull the navel in as you fold over your body. So depending on you, you can bring your blocks by the sides and rest your hands here and stay here halfway. And then work on folding over your body. Okay, if you don't need the blocks and you feel very stable, then start walking your fingers towards your back foot. And then round your back as you bring your face towards your knee. Or reach for your back leg and interlace your fingers as if you are hugging both your legs. Okay, keep trying to scissor legs in. Focus on the whole back line of the body. We just activated the bladder. Take 1 more breath here. And slowly release. Bend the front knee, land your hands down, step back again to a high plank. And again, move through any vinyasa flow. So you can always return to knees, chest, chin, then cobra, then back to downward dog. Reset your feet, hip distance apart. Take 3 long breaths. So the bladder pathway is also connected to the autonomous nervous system. This is our sympathetic versus parasympathetic response. What that means is how we're responding to stress. Are we tightening up, creating this energy or fight or flight? Or are we leaning into our breath, giving ourselves our moment to tap into the parasympathetic? This is the rest and digest response. What that also means is that your breath relaxes, your heart rate slows down, and your muscles release as a result as well. They don't tighten up. Okay, let's do the other side now. Inhale, left foot up. Step into a warrior one. Rise. Virabhadrasana one. Okay, right away, check your front leg. Make sure maybe you see your big toes so your knees align with your ankle and pointing forward. Keep reaching out. Take another breath here. Feel your feet rooting down. Now prepare to come out, breath in. On the exhale, pyramid fold again. Hands down or place your blocks underneath. Bring your back foot in. Now this time, shift your left hip back, right hip forward. Stay here halfway, long back. On the exhale, fold over your leg. Okay, and then work through the variations if you did them. Don't waste time. And then as you're in the posture, try to imagine, can I continue this practice daily? How am I going to practice yoga and make it into a daily practice and commit to Abhyasa? Because that's how I'm going to see the results. So connect with your motivation. And stay here for 2 more breaths. Okay, slowly prepare to come out. Bend the front knee, hands down. Step back again to a high plank. And again, knees, chest, chin. Inhale into cobra. Exhale into downward dog. 3 long breaths. Can I return to my breath again and again and again? And stay present. Okay, this is another big important part in yoga. Always reclaiming our place in this present moment. Okay, slowly. Now bend the knees, look over at your hands, step or hop. Feet between the hands. We're going to return again to Uttanasana, forward fold. So again, press chest and thighs together. Reach for the backs of your heels, okay? Or you can try variations now. You can lift one foot, press one palm underneath, and then the other. Whichever variation you do, or you feel more aligned with today, you should feel comfortable, okay? So even if you have to bend the knees more, so that you can stay still and steady. The more we find stillness, our mind also finds stillness, especially nowadays that our attention is so scattered in so many directions. And when we're focusing on the backside of the body, again, that's connected to our responses of sympathetic versus parasympathetic. We can really tune in into what's happening inside. Okay, slowly we're going to prepare to come out. So if you have your hands underneath to release them, then you're going to slowly bend the knees. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Close your hands together. Exhale, lower them in front of the heart. Release the hands in Tadasana. Okay, lift your pelvic floor a little bit and just press your tongue against the upper palate if you feel a little dizzy. Sometimes that happens when we come up. And then exhale slowly. Open the eyes if you have them closed. All right, so now we're gonna move into tree pose. So the first point in the kidney pathway is actually rooted at the sole of your foot, right here at kidney 1. Okay, so it's underneath the ball of the foot. So as you lean your weight to the left foot, try to even grip the mat with all your toes. And then right foot, either side of the ankle, side of the calf, or even the inner thigh. And then once you find the balance, bring your hands together in front of the heart. Keep your gaze soft. Even try to smile a little bit. And then if you feel really comfortable, reach your arms up towards the ceiling and then maybe take the gaze up with you. And then keep trying to press your foot against your inner leg and then keep your knee out to the side. If you come out, come back. Every try counts. And then when you're ready, slowly, with control, try to bring your hands down and then your leg and then shake it out if you felt some heat rising. Okay, let's do the other side now. Grip and root down through your right foot and then the side where your left foot is going, okay? And then find your balance. So it also helps to lift your standing kneecap of your standing leg. And then once you feel firmly rooted, reach your arms up and grow a little taller like a tree. And then maybe take the gaze up. Maybe try to smile. Very good. All right, slowly again, lower your hands, then your leg, shake it out. Okay, very good. All right, now we're gonna do acupressure on kidney 1. So shifting again the weight to the left foot. You're gonna bend the right knee and bring it towards the side of your chest, not the center, the side. And then you're gonna use your fingers to press on that point that I just showed you. So you can stay here. Or if you feel comfortable, you can slowly start straightening your leg as you pull the navel in towards your spine. And then look at your toes. And then if you come out, it's okay. That happens to teachers too. So then you come right back. Because that's the practice. We come back and do it again and again and again. We don't give up. Okay, take another breath. Slowly again with control. Bend the knee, grow tall, release the foot, shake it out. All right, ready for the other side? Root down through your right foot. Bend the left. Reach for kidney 1. And then decide, am I comfortable here? Or maybe I can go a little farther. And then if you can, again, pull the navel in, like all the air is getting sucked in. Straighten your leg. Keep pressing on that point. Keep your gaze steady. Elbows in. One more breath. And then slowly with control again. Release. Shake it out. Very good. All right. Now return back to the front of your mat. Bring your hands together in front of the heart. And then we're going to squat down into Malasana. Okay, so your feet should be at the edges of your mat. And then bring your elbows in.
And then try to press your thumbs towards the center of your heart. Okay, I'm gonna move a little bit more towards the center. You stay where you are. And then if you're not on your soles and you're in your heels, that's okay. If you need to place a block on your sit bones to help you, go ahead and do that. You have to find your own tricks. Okay, now we're gonna add a twist. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna inhale, come up halfway, bring your left arm underneath your left thigh. Okay, not your lower leg, your thigh. And then you're gonna swing your right arm behind you. So maybe at the beginning, you're just reaching for the sides of your shirt as you lift your seat up. But over time, maybe your fingers touch or you reach for your wrist. So find which one works for you and then come up. Try to keep the left knee soft. Right leg slowly starts to straighten. Keep the chest open and let the head hang. Stay still. One more breath. Now slowly you're gonna start squatting down, release the bind you have, and bring your hands together in front of the heart. Gaze forward. Okay, now we're gonna do the other side. So again, come up halfway. This time right arm underneath your thigh like you're threading a needle, and then reach for your shirt, your fingers, or your left wrist. Okay, then over time start slowly working on straightening the left leg. Keep the right knee soft and eventually straightens too. Again, let the head hang, chest open. Can even lower your eyes and just stay inwards. Good, take one more breath here. Now slowly release the bind again. Slowly lower down again. Okay, good. Now what you're gonna do is bring your hands behind you and you're just gonna bring your seat down, okay? Now we're gonna move into tortoise pose or kurmasana. So if you're advanced and you know what to do, just go right into it. I'm gonna demo first for beginners. So for beginners, you reach for the edges of your feet and then you keep your knees bent and then slowly you're gonna push your heels forward and try to keep your chest in between your legs. And then eventually allow your head to fold, okay? And then rest. Okay, so options, can always rest your head on a block, but try to keep working on keeping your shoulders and knees together. Okay, for a little bit more advanced, you start working on bringing your shoulders underneath your knees. Okay, but for that, you already have to be comfortable folding forward. Then you push the heels forward, and then you let your head on the mat.
Just whenever you talk, bring your head back up, and then when you go back down.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So I should start from... Okay, so once you have your arms underneath, press your palms down, and then you lower your face on the mat. Rest your forehead. So this pose is called tortoise or kurmasana because it asks us to be very patient. And patience is developed over time
with what? Practice. Abhyasa. So maybe if there's people in your world who need more patience, or even yourself, you can imagine that for them, you're offering them this posture to help them cultivate patience. You're sharing that with them. Okay, now slowly we're gonna prepare to come out. So you have to bend the knees a little bit and slowly release one arm and then the other. If you just had your holding onto your feet, slowly come up and then just shake out your legs. Okay, now we're gonna do cobbler's pose. So you're gonna bring the soles of the feet together. And this is more of a diamond shape. So you should see like a little negative space. So your heels are a little bit away. And then you're gonna take a breath in, and on the exhale, you're gonna slowly start folding over your legs. Okay, so just doing this one more time. Your back should feel a little bit more relaxed. And then if it's available, maybe reach with your fingers towards the insides of your feet for kidney 1 and just give it a little rub. Try to rest your head on your feet. You can release kidney 1 and then maybe reach for a block as well and stay here. Okay, so there's always options. Okay, good. Slowly with control, start inhaling, roll up. Okay, and then slowly cross your legs, bring your hands in front, step back again to a high plank, and again, slowly exhale chaturanga, inhale into an upward dog, exhale into a downward dog. Okay, from here, we're gonna come into a high plank, and now slowly we're gonna lower down our body. So come down halfway first, squeeze your elbows in chaturanga, and then exhale, release your belly on the floor. Big toes together, make a pillow with your hands, and rest for 2 breaths. Okay, first we're gonna prepare for a cobra. So try to bring your legs and feet together as best as you can. You're gonna bring your hands underneath your shoulders, forehead on the mat. And then inhale, slowly start rolling up the face. Press your hands a little bit, lift your chest, activate your back muscles, including your glutes. Keep pressing the tops of the feet down. So if your shoulders are coming towards your ears, bring them away. If your elbows are sticking out, pull them back in. And then your pubic bone should still keep pressing on the mat. Okay, sometimes people come off the floor, but you should feel the very base of your pubic bone, making contact with your mat. Good, now slowly you're gonna come down halfway. Just lift your hands. Keep pressing your toes down. Okay, softly. Stay in here for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Make a pillow with your hands, big toes together. One side of the face on the mat. Rest. Turn your face the opposite direction. Okay, very good. Now we're gonna prepare for a locust. So you're gonna bring the backs of the hands on the mat and chin on the floor. Legs and feet together. Okay, slowly exhale. Inhale, come up. Lift the chest, lift the thighs off the floor. Okay, you can keep your hands here or lift them up. Now, palms facing each other. Take another breath in and reach for your hands, interlace the fingers as you squeeze your inner shoulder blades in. Keep your legs up. Keep your chest lifted. Good. Take one more breath. Come up a little bit higher. And slowly again, release one side of the face on the mat. Rest. Wiggle your hips side to side. Turn your face the opposite way. Okay, good. Now, you're going to bring your hands down and slowly make your way into Balasana. So bring your big toes together, knees out, and then bring your seat towards your heels. Rest your forehead on the mat. Deep breath in and out. Okay, from here, slowly just walk your hands over to the left-hand side. Try to keep your right sit bone down. Breathe towards the right side of the body. Okay, then slowly inhale, walk your hands towards the opposite side. So you don't have to go too far. Just feel the stretch along the side of your lower back, side of your ribs and arm. Okay, good. And slowly walk your hands back and then bring them underneath the shoulders and then push yourself up to a seated posture. Okay, good. Now we're going to prepare for Camel Ustrasana. So you can fold your mat and make a pillow for your knees if you need it. And then we're going to come up. So if you're advanced, go right into the postures. If you're a beginner, you can start learning by bringing your blocks by the sides of your feet. And then you're going to bring your hands on your lower back. Try to engage all your back muscles right away and bring your inner shoulder blades in. Take the gaze up. Maybe this is it. Or lean back a little bit. Rest one hand on the block and then the other. Keep engaging glutes, hamstrings. Keep pressing tops of the feet down. Feel your hips over your knees. And then maybe let the head hang. And try to keep your chest lifted towards the ceiling. Now to come out, it's important to come out with control. So let the head hang. Just bring one hand on your lower back. Then the other. Inhale, lift the chest. Then slowly start sitting back towards your heels and let your head come over your head. Rest your hands on your lap. Maybe lower the eyes and let all the energy we just move through the spine resettle. Okay, they say the second time is even better. So we're gonna come up again and this time for 5 breaths. Okay, so ready? Now I'm gonna just show it in the advanced way. But if you use the blocks again. So just go ahead and come up. And then once you're in the posture, what are you keeping in your mind? Are you thinking how you can turn things around? The mind from twisting things around the wrong way. If you're planting a seed of goodness in your heart, even just keeping your
practice going, your commitments. Practicing Avyasa. Okay, ready to come out again, as slowly and gracefully as you can. One hand on your back, then the other. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, slowly bring your seat towards your heels. Head comes up last. Relax your hands. Full breath in and out. Keep your mind on the breath. Okay, very good. All right, let's reset the spine with a spinal twist. So you're gonna lean to your left and then cross your right foot over your left leg. So you can keep your knee bent or you can slowly straighten your leg. Okay, then try to bring your right hand as close to your back as possible. Keep your spine long. Bring your left arm by the side of your ear. Inhale, lean to your right and hook your elbow over the knee. Twist, gaze over the shoulder. So try not to lean back. The spine should be growing tall up towards the ceiling. So you can stay here, or if you want to bind, thread your arm underneath your thigh and then slowly reach your hand behind. So again, start by grabbing your shirt or maybe looking for your fingers and then eventually reaching for your wrist. Every time you inhale, try to feel like you're growing taller, and on the exhale, twisting a little bit more. Stay here for one more breath. And slowly exhale. Release the bind if you have it. Face forward. Switch sides. Okay, bend the right knee. Cross your left foot. Now, right arm up. Lean to your left. Twist. Gazing over the shoulder. Okay, or if you try to bind, bring your arm underneath. Catch your fingers, your wrist. Twist. And then can you even keep your eyes steady in one place? Okay, good. Slowly exhale, release, face forward. Okay, bring your legs out in front, shake them out one more time. Now we're gonna move into Paschimottanasana. So you wanna move a little bit of the meat away from your glute muscles, and you're gonna start with the knees bent. Okay, and bring your arms up. Inhale, on the exhale, reach forward as far as you can go as you're gonna place a ball over the feet. Now it's important again to try to keep your chest and thighs together. And then slowly, you're gonna start pushing the heels forward, but keeping chest and thighs together, okay? Then maybe at some point your hamstrings are gonna find a place where it's their edge. They can't go anymore. So that's where you stay. And then let the head release down towards your lower legs and bring the crown of the head towards your toes. Then over time, you can keep pushing the heels and press your whole backs of the legs on the mat. But chest and thighs remain together. Many people, the reason why they don't progress is because they stay here rounded and they think that over time this is going to change. But it doesn't. But if you try to move slow and practice daily, then you're gonna see that you'll eventually master the pose by doing it this way. And then if you wanna practice another acupressure point, you reach for the edges of your pinky toes and you use your index and thumb to press it. They say whatever we do to our feet also has an effect on our head.
Okay, this is a traditional Chinese medicine principle of yin and yang. Okay, as above, so below, as below, so above. Try to send your breath down. Imagine it's traveling to your lower back. Just stay here 2 more breaths. Did you find yourself fidgeting, or can you stay still? Okay, slowly we're going to prepare to come out into reverse tabletop. So reach your hands overhead. Inhale, come up. On the exhale, swing your hands behind you, fingers pointing towards your toes. Bend the knees, feet hip distance apart. Lift your seat. Let your head release. Then if you want to do Vastrika and breath of fire, go ahead. And release. Slowly bring your seat down and slowly walk your way back onto your backside. Okay, to take 2 breaths here again, rest. Okay, good. Now we're going to prepare for a bridge. So you're going to walk your feet towards your seat and see if you can touch the backs of your heels. Your scapula should feel flat on the mat. Okay, now exhale there out. On the inhale, lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Reach your thighs away from you. Maybe walk your shoulder blades in. Now choices, grab the sides of your mat or fingers interlace and press your hands down. Chest towards your chin. Now if your knees are opening out, let them come back in. They should be parallel to each other. Full deep breaths. One more. Come up a little bit higher. Now slowly and with control, see if you can round out your back as you lower down. Upper, middle, lower back. Bring your seat down, bend the knees, and roll a little bit from side to side. Okay, good. Last 3 poses, shoulders down, plow, and then fish pose. Okay, so hands by the sides of the body. You're gonna lift your seat. So I'm readjusting. Okay, so again, lift your feet, lift your hips overhead, walk your hands on your lower back, and then slowly lift your legs up towards the ceiling. Try to feel most of the weight on your upper arms. Maybe you can lower your eyes. And let all the venous blood from your lower limbs flush back towards your heart. Okay, now we're going to prepare for Halasana, plow. So engage your core and slowly bring your feet overhead. You can keep your hands on your back for support or slowly lower them down on the mat, palms down. Okay, you can keep your toes tucked under or maybe untuck your toes, okay? Okay, now we're going to prepare for fish pose. So again, see if you can control your descent. So you engage your core, you bring your hands down, and then very slowly you're going to start rounding out your back as you lower down. Upper, middle, lower back. Walk your hands in so you can sit on them. Then let your legs and feet come down. Press on your forearms. and bring the crown of the head on the mat. Okay, if that's too much for you, you're also welcome to bring your arms by the sides of the body. Try to bring your elbows in, lift the chest, and then slowly, maybe let the head hang or stay here halfway. Okay, slowly we're going to prepare to come out. So press in your forearms, lift the chest a little bit, tuck your chin in, release the head, release the arms from underneath. And now we're going to prepare for the best of the poses, Savasana. So taking a breath in, maybe on the exhale you sigh out, deep breath in again. And then you exhale, sigh out. One last time. And then exhale, 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 all air out. Wiggle your body one last time. Let it find a final resting place. And then feel good about all the movements you did as you let your body rest for a few moments. As you deepen the breath, allow for a moment to let all your muscles melt down, all the bones, and even the skin layer. Like if it was ice cream on a hot day, all melting away. And then breathe into the softness of the front side of the body. And even let your face release, jaw, mouth, cheekbones, all loose. And then very slowly, as you start to deepen your breath again, start to invite movement to your toes, your fingers. Maybe bring your legs together, arms overhead, and give yourself a nice long stretch, just like you were waking up from a deep sleep. Then bend the knees, roll onto your side, and use your top hand to push you back up to a seated posture. Try to find the same seat you began with. Maybe you can do this with your eyes slightly or fully closed. And just take 3 long, deep breaths. As we prepare to close the practice, bring your hands together in front of the heart. And as you press your thumbs against the sternum and lower your chin a little bit as if you're bowing down to the highest self deep within you,
feel gratitude for taking care of your body, mind, and heart today. And wish that through your words, thoughts, and actions, all beings benefit. Taking a breath in. Thank you for practicing yoga today. I hope you had a lovely session, and remember to take your practice off the mat. That's the best part. And see you next time. Bye.